Imagine walking out into your neighborhood and you see someone dancing. No music, no emotion, just twitching, flailing, sweating. Then it happens again and again. Soon your entire town is dancing and they can't stop. Not for food, not for sleep. And soon, they start dying. This isn't a horror movie. This actually happened. Welcome to the dancing plague of 1518, a real historical event that science still can't fully explain. It began in the summer of 1518 in the city of Strasbourg, part of the Holy Roman Empire, what we now know as France. One day, a woman named Frau Troffea stepped into the street and began dancing. There was no music, no crowd, no reason. She simply danced, and she kept dancing. Hours passed, then a day, then another. People watched her in confusion and fear. She didn't smile, she didn't laugh, she was drenched in sweat, her feet raw and bleeding. But she didn't stop. Within a week, over 30 people had joined her. Within a month, that number had grown to more than 400. All of them were dancing day and night, possessed by something nobody could explain. They collapsed in the streets, foaming at the mouth, crying in pain, begging to stop, but their bodies wouldn't let them. Eyewitnesses at the time described it as a kind of possession, a madness that swept through the city like wildfire. Local physicians were baffled. The clergy claimed it was divine punishment, God's wrath made manifest through a dance of death. The city's bizarre solution? They decided to let the dancers wear themselves out. They built a stage, they brought in musicians, they played drums, fiddles, and flutes to accompany the chaos. Imagine that, hundreds of people dancing themselves into the grave, with a live band encouraging it. At the peak of the outbreak, it was said that up to 15 people a day were dying. Some collapsed from exhaustion, others from heart attacks, strokes, or sheer physical trauma. The streets of Strasbourg became a scene of chaos, delirium, and death. Historical records vary on the exact number of victims, but many believe dozens, possibly even hundreds, died during the epidemic. Eventually, the city abandoned the idea of dancing it out. They banned public music, dismantled the stages, and forced the most afflicted dancers to be transported to a mountain shrine where they prayed for forgiveness. And just like that, the dancing stopped. But the question remains, what caused it? Modern historians and scientists have studied the dancing plague for decades, and no single theory has ever fully explained it. One popular theory is ergot poisoning, a toxic mold that grows on rye and can cause hallucinations. It's chemically similar to LSD, and some believe the townspeople were unknowingly tripping. But ergot typically causes seizures and vomiting, not days of continuous dancing. And how did hundreds of people ingest the exact right dose at the same time? Another theory is mass psychogenic illness, also known as mass hysteria. In 1518, people deeply believed in curses, demons, and supernatural punishment. If one person genuinely believed they were cursed to dance and others saw it, their minds might have followed, without them realizing. There's also a darker theory, the stress of the time. That summer, Strasbourg was suffering from famine, disease, and intense heat. People were starving, traumatized, desperate. It's possible the dancing was a collective psychological breakdown, a society pushed to its absolute mental and physical limit. To this day, we still don't know exactly what triggered the dancing plague of 1518, but we know it was real. It was recorded by physicians, town officials, and religious leaders. Hundreds of people danced themselves to death, not because of demons, not because of drugs, but because something in the mind, the body, or the soul completely took over. It's a terrifying reminder that even now in the modern age, there are mysteries about our minds, our biology, and our history that we still don't understand. Some say the dance was never cured, just forgotten. So ask yourself, if it happened again, would you be able to stop?